Not until she saw the box the woman picked up casually was worth 100 million did the mother-in-law realize in shock. The daughter the woman carried in her belly might really be a lucky star. It turned out not long ago, the woman followed her daughter's voice in her belly. She bought a raw jadeite waste at a jadeite rough auction. Unexpectedly, a large piece of high-quality jadeite was cut out. Everyone present was shocked at once. A collector offered 200 million on the spot to buy it. The mother-in-law and husband, waiting to mock her nearby, began to doubt. Maybe the lucky star that brought their family good luck and made their stocks soar suddenly was not the son in the lover's belly, but the daughter in the woman's belly. The lover became extremely jealous. She could not help scolding the woman. Cutting out a lousy stone would not turn her life around. After all, she carried an indecent girl. She was not qualified to inherit the husband's family property at all. In a few days, when the husband divorced her and drove her out, they would see how long she could be proud. The woman could not stand it after hearing this. She slapped the lover directly in the face. The mother-in-law and husband immediately tried to scold her for rebellion when they saw this. However, the woman was not afraid at all. She said her daughter was her life. Whoever insulted or hurt her daughter, she would fight them to the death. Seeing the once submissive woman suddenly lose her temper badly, the husband and mother-in-law did not dare to say more, but they thought she was just lucky with the jadeite. They thought a housewife like her would spend the 200 million soon. Little did they know, since she got pregnant with her daughter, the woman had constant good luck. That day, she went to the mall to buy snacks for celebration. As a result, she became the mall's 1 millionth customer. She was thus awarded a luxury car. After the woman left the mall happily, she almost tripped over a stone again. She looked down and found it a nugget. Just as the woman was overjoyed, her daughter told her through inner voice, these were all small fortunes. Greater luck was on the antique street ahead. So the woman went to the antique street as her daughter guided. She finally found an antique stall, but her daughter told her everything on the stall was fake. Instead, the wooden box the boss used to prop the table was very precious. She told the woman to buy it quickly. However, the woman thought direct purchase would arouse suspicion, so she pretended to like the necklace on the table. She asked its price. Unexpectedly, the boss asked for 80,000 yuan directly, but the woman offered 80 yuan directly. The boss then realized she was not easy to cheat. After haggling, he sold it to her for 800 yuan. At this moment, the woman asked for a free box, but the boss said the table boxes were expensive and refused. The woman took the chance to ask for the table prop box. The boss mocked her for greed for small gains, but he still agreed to give her the box. But just then, the mother-in-law and lover passed by. To upset the woman, the lover wanted to buy the necklace at a high price immediately. Seeing someone tricked, the boss sold the necklace to her for 80,000 yuan originally. The woman pretended to be angry and scolded the boss for dishonesty. She told him to compensate her with that box. The boss had just made money, so he gave her the box without much thought. However, an antique expert passed by at this time. He was stunned at once when seeing the woman's box. When the woman hesitated, her unborn daughter told her this treasure appraisal expert was not a bad person. Only then did the woman hand him the box. The expert grew more astonished as he examined it. Seeing this, her mother-in-law immediately mocked the expert for putting on an act. But the antique stall owner recognized the expert's extraordinary status. He told him the shabby box was only for propping the table corner and had no real value. However, the expert disdainfully told him all items on his table were not worth one corner of this box. Everyone was shocked to hear this. They immediately asked what made the box special. The expert then explained the box was just covered in dust. In fact, it was made of an extinct rare wood and was perfectly preserved. With professional cleaning, it would be a cultural relic comparable to a national treasure. The expert even offered 100 million yuan to buy it on the spot. Everyone was dumbfounded. The owner even sat on the ground and cried loudly. He had lost heavily this time. The mother-in-law and the scheming woman were filled with jealousy and resentment. Because they had always thought the scheming woman's illegitimate child was a lucky star, they could not accept the woman having such good luck. The scheming woman immediately asked the expert to appraise her jade necklace, trying to steal the woman's spotlight. But the expert saw at a glance the jade was just dyed stone, not even worth 80 yuan. The scheming woman flew into a rage. She scolded the owner for cheating her and demanded a refund. But the owner shamelessly said he had not forced her to buy it, and his shop had no returns. Helpless, the scheming woman had to accept the loss. The girl then sold the box to the expert. After all, she needed money urgently for investment. After this incident, the mother-in-law couldn't help but suspect maybe the woman's unborn daughter was the real lucky star. Moreover, since they asked the woman to abort her daughter, her husband had felt the family business worsening. At that moment, the husband received an invitation to an investment promotion conference. To prove her child was a lucky star, the scheming woman insisted on accompanying him to invest. Unexpectedly, they ran into the woman there. Relying on her status as a prestigious university economics PhD, the scheming woman mocked the woman loudly. What was a housewife doing here? Did she want to try her luck like she did with the antique? Everyone started talking. They thought the conference's threshold had dropped. Even housewives were coming to invest. Some mocked her for investing blindly without business knowledge. Otherwise, she would go bankrupt. Little did they know she would soon prove them wrong.